that when Jesus came, born of a virgin, and in later years began to minister, he ministered himself according to the atonement that he would carry out on the cross. Healing was on the old covenant. There was a ritual left out for physical healing. And the Bible tells us in Corinthians that we've got a far better covenant with far better promises. And on through the New Testament talks about a better high priest. Because in the old covenant, high priests were put in the office for 1 year and then they had to stand down. And whenever they would go into the holiest of holies, they would go in with a rope tied to their ankle, that if anything happened to them, they could pull them back, because they dare not go in to get them. But the high priest that we serve today, whenever he completed the atonement on the cross, that veil was rent from top to bottom, giving every born-again, blood-washed believer the privilege of going right into the holiest of holies. We were right in the holiest of holies in this place today when we're praising and worshiping and the presence of God comes down. It's all in the atonement. And Jesus began his earthly ministry. If we go to the book of Matthew chapter 4, as he begins his earthly ministry, this is the atonement that he knew that he would accomplish on the cross. Matthew 4, verse 23. And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in the synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom. I want you to notice here the gospel of the kingdom. Not the gospel of man. Not some thing that man has thought up to gather a crowd. But he's preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and then it tells us what the gospel of the kingdom is. Healing all manner of sicknesses, all manner of disease among the people. And the result of preaching the gospel of the kingdom, the fame of Jesus went out through all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with divers diseases, torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those that were lunatic, and those that had the palsy, that means crippled, and they healed them. And there followed him a great multitude of people. We need to forget the plan that has been laid out to gather a crowd and begin to preach the gospel of the kingdom.